We're going to talk to Phil, who's calling in from Texas. Phil, you're live on Truth Wanted. What is happening?
Hey, Dan. Hey, Jmike.
Giant Mike. Love it.
Giant Mike.
Because I'm not tall, so I love it.
Please change Mike's name to Giant Mike. I would love that. Thank you. That is
Giant Mike and SubjectivelyDan.
SubjectivelyDan. I can go back to SubjectivelyDan for a night. I'm okay with that.
That's who he is to me. So I was calling in to talk about the incredible the incredible spread of conspiracy theories. They're proliferating so quick, it's hard to keep up with them. And
it's true.
I would agree.
Many of them are mutually exclusive. I mean, you got the flat earthers, the fake moon landing, the who killed Kennedy? Was it the mafia, the Cubans, the Russians, the CIA, whatever? And so many of these theories are not compatible. They're mutually exclusive in some cases.
Yep.
But yet they spread with an incredible rapidity.
Yes.
They're just everywhere. They're just everywhere now, and it fucking drives me crazy.
Yeah. You don't want to get on TikTok and see the spread there because that's
TikTok will make you the most sad.
Yeah. That's why we need to. That's where if someone wants to, do activism or advocate for atheism or skepticism, go to TikTok. There's a lot of stuff to respond to.
Here's the thing, Phil. Consistency, like I was saying in the last call, hasn't stopped people from believing in something. It really doesn't. I imagine we're living at a time right now that the world was trying to figure out, approximately 300 AD when like Christianity was on the rise. There's a lot of people that probably thinking, what is this? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And yet it's still spreading. We're that. I think what we're seeing, and I'm not a sociologist, by the way, this is just my opinion, but I think what we're seeing, and we talked about this a little bit before the show, but I think we're seeing a sort of anarchy in religion right now, an anarchy in belief systems. We're seeing an increasingly globalized, an increasingly secularized world. And because of that, people are replacing traditional religion and traditional belief systems with other ones. And people are becoming more responsive to that because they're not reliant on the traditional groups, religious groups, to be their source of social comfort. They can go on Facebook and join a 9/11 truther group, and that can be their new community. So I think there's a social element to this that we're seeing that's kind of unprecedented. Go ahead.
I just found out last week that Joe Biden died 3.5 years ago, and this is a clone. This is not the real Joe Biden. This is.
No, I've heard that. I had a client tell me one time that it was.
That's not true.
It's a body double. Well, it wasn't a clone, but it was a body double. Somebody got their face to me, plastic surgeon or got plastic surgery on their face. Wow, that was difficult for me to say. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, for all of these overlapping conspiracy theories, I mean, the Smithsonian has 18-foot human skeletons hidden in the basement.
Yeah.
And the Vatican.
I love that one, dude.
The Illuminati.
Dude, Nephilim conspiracy theories are my favorite, Phil. I love that shit.
Oh,
that's my.
Yeah. Well,
I hope ironically.
Oh, of course.
Yes, there was just a big Nephilim episode on Coast to Coast AM, and here's what we can do: we can lovingly use humor and mock them. We can, like somebody said, well, in the comments, somebody said, well, the moon is its own light source, and I commented, so in a lunar eclipse, are they changing the bulb?
Yeah, I guess so. As far as like a good response, right? What do we do? Like, obviously, I'm doing a show like this one to help, but like in our daily lives, I think it does come down to having those individual conversations. I think people having those one-on-one type of things are going to be the biggest influencer on people more than anything else, because we can talk to the cows come home about what we think and why, but if people aren't watching this, that doesn't matter. And if you're already a Christian or you're already set in your religious beliefs, why would you watch a show like this one, right? It doesn't make sense. You can send this clips to people, and we hope people watch it more, but in general, that's not who's watching this, right? It's people who tend to think like we are. So the biggest thing we can do, I think, is those personal one-on-one conversations. I really think that. I really, really believe that that is the best thing we can do. And I think it's something we're going to have to do. I think the last few years have really shown that what we're seeing is a crisis of information and trust in that information.
Yes. I mean, shape-shifting space lizards, no. Just no.
Yeah.
Not so much. I have one last thing. I've tried to post this comment on these channels, and it gets instantly deleted. Did you know that watching commercials, particularly ones touting a Bible college or a political candidate you don't care for, takes a few coins from their pocket and puts it in the YouTuber's pocket?
Yeah, well, you talk about like YouTube advertising, like if they watch the ad.
Yes. If you watch 30 seconds or click the Learn More, Subscribe Now button, that costs them a little money and puts a little money in channels like Creaky Blinder and Sir Sick and Pelagia.
Yeah,
everybody should do that. You should click the ad. Click the ad and give them some money.
I can neither confirm nor deny that endorsement, but that is a thing that Phil is saying. So, that's out there now.
I understand.
Assess with that as you will. But Phil, I do appreciate you calling in and giving your
nudge. I got you.
Yeah, for sure. You have a great rest of your evening. Of course. What'd you think about that, Jmike?
Yeah, I mean, we had said at the beginning with the getting depressed thing, the conspiracy thing was really what gets me depressed, because I see it so much on TikTok, and I try to I think some people get upset that I focus a lot on the spiritual and conspiracy side sometimes, but I think that's something that not as many people go out against, and so I see it constantly that my For You page is only that. So I've seen all of them. I've seen every variation, I think, at this point, but it's just
I thought being on the internet in general was bad enough. We joke about this, but TikTok is actually the worst when it comes to this stuff, but
also the best because you can combat it.
Yeah, but again, it comes to that problem of group stuff, right? Because you can always skip a TikTok. I mean, and you can always have it not recommended to you at all. The thing I was gonna say was TikTok. If you guys haven't been on there, really go on to TikTok and look up spiritual, look up I don't know, astrology, or witches. You'll see stuff that you would have never thought people would say out loud, but they do, and they do it in 60 seconds, and they do it with cool music in the background and some flashy editing, and it's just man.
and wait until because the way the algorithm seems to work is that once you're exposed to that certain type of content, or you respond to it, or you use those hashtags, then your For You page will just become those things. So at first you'll be like, it's not so bad. It's just kind of, random videos. But then once you get locked into witch talk, you're locked into witch talk.
Oh, yeah.
And it's no joke.
No, and I should also clarify for folks who don't know this. Witch talk is a community. That's already a thing. That's not a portmanteau you just made up. That's out there. In all kinds of communities.
They've many of them have put curses on me, so I know.
Yeah,
very much the community and the audience should probably, that's probably one not to dive into. I would say it's better left alone.
I wonder how many curses I've got. I've probably got at least one, but you've definitely got more than me, I'd say.
I go out and I advocate for them to curse me.
Yeah,
as a social experiment.
Yeah, so as a social experiment.
It's been 2 years so far, nothing. So
far, nothing.
When my radiator went out a few months ago, I can just be like, I guess that was it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know which one I go. I was cursed. But
yeah, or you're just not being honest, Jmike. Come on, we all know you got that witch's curse.
I can't curse vampires, Dan.
Is that true? I guess you would know.
Yeah.